Hello, good day. So, let's see, what do we have here? 213, yeah, this one. So, you had your A at level 1, at not Q because we invaded. So, obviously, your damage output to the monsters at level 1 will be significantly lower, which forced you to smite. Uh, so now you have no smite against Lee Sin, that we know for sure that he started top lane. Okay, because we had a ward in his blue after we invaded. All right, so he had two options to do. The passive option, which is to go to his blue buff, or the aggressive and the reasonable option. He knows that you started E, so he knows that your clear at level 1 wasn't that good, and like you don't have any shields. You don't have Lulu or Karma or Sona or whatever. You have only Blitzcrank, and you didn't even let him tank hits. You tanked all the hits. Okay. So with that information, listen had that your level 1 clear was lower. He concluded that you must have used smite, or otherwise you would have been really low HP. So he decided to go for the aggressive play and come and invade you. So what you should have done here is you had two options: do Gromp or blue buff. Whatever your option is, Gromp or blue buff, you will lose it in 90% of the time because you have no smite and Listen has smite. If you did Gromp, there is a tiny chance that he won't walk over all the way there, or by the time he will come, you would have already killed it. But it's still like a really high chance that he will come and steal it. But what would you rather get stolen from you? Your Gromp or your blue buff? Your Gromp for sure, right? So you should have started doing Gromp instead of blue buff. Okay? Uh, let's get it playing. Let's see what happens. Here, you shouldn't have went for him. See how aggressively you were walking? He has smite, so he basically heals for 140. His health is this plus 140 because of the smite. You see? And you don't have smite, so your health is the same as it is. And you ended up dying for it because you tried to 1v1 him while he had smite. See? You even ended up like using your second Q on the blue buff. So this was a bad decision. But yeah, it turned out okay. I got 2 kills. Sheko got one. So it's whatever. Now we go to 340. 340. Let's see. So Zed put a ward here and you saw him. What you should have done here is just stop. Like wait for your second E. Don't use it instantly. Okay, so let's play it in slow motion. Yeah, here you should have just waited. I think you can, as Camille, you can wait for like 2 seconds before it expires. You should have just waited to see where he's gonna go. Again, your health bar isn't really this. It isn't. Let's see. Your health bar isn't 388. Your health bar is 388 plus 140 healing from the smite. So you shouldn't be afraid of going on him, especially because we know that he has no igniter flash. Uh, I'm pretty sure I pinged it after I killed him. So the optimal play was to E on the wall and then wait to see if he's gonna take his shadow or not. and then you can jump on him. Okay, so now that he walked away, he could have easily just waited here, around here, okay, and come back for you. So what you should have done is use this scrying thing, the sweeper thing, I don't know what is it's called, to kill this wall. This was the safest play I think you should have gone with. But you're lucky that he just decided to go back to lane instead of staying around. What's next? 540. Okay, yeah. As Camille, you should never do this camp. Like, never do it before you have Tiamat. Otherwise, it will deal so much damage to you, and like you'll be low and you won't be able to gank successfully. You will risk dying while ganking. Look at how much damage it's doing to you. You're pretty much dead here if Lee Sin was around and landed a Q. You just took over 400 damage from it, which isn't optimal. And yeah, this was unnecessary. Like you coming here was unnecessary because you're not full HP. You could have easily died. Like you survived just like 10 HP or something. Let's take a look. Yeah, 40 HP. Yeah, you are almost dead. So, and like your red buff has been up 14 seconds, and by the time you'll be there, it's been up for like almost half a minute. Wait, you're doing scatter, so your red buff was up for over a minute, which shouldn't happen. And smiting scuttle isn't that great. But yeah, you shouldn't have went for that dive because your red was like 5 seconds away from respawning, and you left it up for 1 minute, which isn't ideal. Okay, so yeah, if I didn't kill Lee Sin here, he would have counter jungled you, and he would have picked the kill. Let's see, 640? No, it's 8 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Do you see how low you are? Because you did Krugs and then went for a tower dive. Look at your HP. If I didn't kill Lee Sin there like 20 seconds ago, you would have been dead, and he would have taken all your camps. So yeah, you don't really want to jungle with while you are being below 50% HP, especially against aggressive junglers like Udyr, Lee Sin, and such. So 9 and 10. Yeah. Okay, it's here. So you are gonna use this now. Okay, you use it top lane, but then you moved through the river in the mid lane, which is counterproductive because you see they spotted you with a wall, which you could have cleared if you used it on the way you wanted to go. It seems like you already had intentions to go for the chickens. So what you should have done was use that thing and clear the whole area, so you can move in there safely. And after you've done chickens, see, you shouldn't have moved through here. You should have moved through here because there is another vision thing. I don't know what it's called, which you could have used and denied the enemy team from using. Okay, this is really important to pop. Like if you watch any high elo solo queue games, mid laners would leave their lane just to pop this off to deny the enemies from using it. Okay, so what's next? 11-5. Where are you? Here you are. Oh yeah. Here, you bought longsword. Let's get back to it a bit. طيب. Okay, yeah, here. You should have bought a talisman, the other jungle item, instead of a longsword. It helps with your clear speed because it deals damage and heals you. So it's for damage and sustain. You see now, you're gonna do your blue buff, and it's gonna do 500 damage to you. Wait, wait. It's the Gromp, yeah. Wait, your blue was coming up. You shouldn't have gone for the chickens. You don't want to leave your buffs up for too long. Okay. So we've already been here. This was a good guy. Okay, so your blue buff was sitting around for like over 2 minutes by now, which isn't optimal as mentioned earlier. Yeah, I see that you were hesitating between coming to help me or not. But yeah, I think it was better to just do your buff. See how low you dropped? You dropped like 500 HP. If you had a talisman, the other jungle item, you would have only dropped like 200 or even less. Because it heals you for so much. What else do we have? 13? 33. Here, you could have killed him, honestly. Just A here, jump on him. You have ult up, you have flash up. It was a free kill. He doesn't have flash, he doesn't have ultimate, he doesn't have ignite. Which, like, I always ping them when he uses them. So you missed the free kill there, basically. What else? Okay, yeah, now. So now Lee Sin will go on you. Okay, so look at the distance between you and bot lane, and you and me, while I have my ultimate up, and tell me which one is closer. Are bot lane closer, or me with ultimate, Khalid's ultimate, is closer to you? Yeah, right. It's Uh, it's me. I'm closer to you with my ultimate than bot lane. Okay, so what you should have done here is auto attack him once for the shield and movement speed from your Q, and then use your E here to jump over the wall to me. And if Lee Sin followed, he would be dead. See, now you're gonna ping him, and I'm gonna ping him as well. I was trying to tell you that I'm coming. Move towards me, but I think you didn't hear me or something. Okay, it's whatever. See, you pinged him, and then I instantly pinged him as well. See? Let's get back in a second. I pinged listen. I was trying to tell you to like stun him with your E, use ultimate. Try to be around this area because I'm really fast. Bot lane ended up winning the fight, but you died for it, which wasn't necessary. It was easily avoidable. So yeah. What else is there? 15, 20. So yeah, it's really important to check what ultimates your teammates have all the time. Like if you had a Galio, try to move closer to the Galio. If you had Nocturne, move closer to Nocturne. If you had Kled, move closer to Kled. Because they can like instantly appear and help you. What else? Yeah, you missed the pink ward here. And like you had a pink there, which you could have used it here. Now Z is gonna move and ward this, and they're gonna try to invade. And I think they will kill me or something. Yeah, see how Z was moving here without our vision? We had no vision on him. Okay, yeah, here. This is a good fight, but you could have played it much better. Let's take a look. So you engaged with your A, which is really good because you hit 2 people. But what you should have done is to, let's see it again, to instantly use ultimate on the enemy that's the furthest from the tower. Why is that? Now we'll see. Okay, so look, you used E, right? You knocked up 2 of them. What you should have done is instantly use ultimate on the Thresh. If you instantly used ultimate on the Thresh, you would have knocked back both Lee Sin and Zed under our turret, which is like the optimal play. So here, if you use ult on Thresh, you would first trap Thresh, second knock back Lee Sin and Zed under our turret, and like we have a cannon wave, so they deal a lot of damage as well over time. But I think Thresh died. Not sure. Yeah. So you knocked Thresh away and Lee Sin away as well. I had Tiamat and like my E, they deal AoE damage. If they were clumped up together, I would have killed all of them with AoE damage. And you have a Tiamat as well, so you barely survived here. You risked dying because if Lee Sin landed his Q here, you see? If he landed his Q, he would have killed you. Is that it? Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Well, good luck in practicing jungle and Camille. Bye bye.